Bonjour and welcome to this new French class for beginners. Today we're going to go over more ER verbs, more of those ER verbs that you absolutely need to know that the French books that you've read so far probably have not taught you. This is going to be very interesting, very useful. So let's start with the verb passer. Okay, passer is the verb to hand something to someone that for some reason you don't learn. Okay, so get used to it. The French use it a whole lot. Passer, il passe $100 à un garçon. He's handing $100 to a boy. Il passe $100 à un garçon. If I said faster, I would say il passe $100 à un garçon. D'accord? At least he's not cheap. Au moins, il n'est pas radin. Okay? Il n'est pas, he's not. Radin is the word for cheap. Okay? If you're talking about a boy, you would say il n'est pas radin. He's not cheap. She's not cheap. Elle n'est pas radine. She's not cheap. Elle n'est pas radine. D'accord? Ensuite, the verb to vacuum is passer l'aspirateur. Okay? Passer l'aspirateur, to vacuum. Je passe l'aspirateur, I'm vacuuming. I'm passing the vacuum cleaner. L'aspirateur is the vacuum cleaner. Je passe l'aspirateur. Now that being said, if the French say it fast or a normal pace for them really, they would say je passe. They'll try to combine, drop the E and combine the J with the P and it's going to turn into a je peux. It's like I can, je peux, or I can't, je peux pas. I pass the vacuum cleaner for I vacuum is je passe l'aspirateur. D'accord? And the vacuum cleaner is l'aspirateur. D'accord? Ensuite, on passe l'été à Paris. Passer originally is the verb to spend time. Okay, it's got several meanings. One of them is to spend time. So we're spending the summer in Paris. On passe l'été à Paris. Once again, nous is super formal. It's almost never used in spoken French. The French would much rather use on. Okay, that's what you'll hear 99% of the time for we. It's like one spends, third person singular. On passe l'été à Paris. And it's informal. Okay, that's what we use all the time. On passe l'été à Paris. On est à côté de la Tour Eiffel. We are next to the Eiffel Tower. We are at side of the Eiffel Tower. On est à côté de la Tour Eiffel. If I say slowly, on est à côté, I'm going to do the liaison, connect the T to the A. If I said it fast, I wouldn't do that liaison. It's not a mandatory liaison that you absolutely have to make. Like subject verb, ils ont. That one you cannot drop it. Ils ont. You have to connect the S to the O. Ils ont. But on est à côté de la Tour Eiffel. On est à côté de la Tour Eiffel. We would skip the E if we spoke fast and say on est à côté de la Tour Eiffel. D'accord? Ensuite, to snap one's fingers is claquer des doigts. Okay? Claquer is also to slam a door. It's also to give a slap to someone. Claquer quelqu'un. Elle m'a claqué. She slapped me. Elle a claqué Olivier. She slapped Oliver. Claquer une porte, to slam a door, and claquer des doigts, to snap one's fingers. D'accord? Elle claque des doigts, she snaps her fingers. She's snapping her fingers. And we say in French, she's snapping from the fingers. That's why it's des doigts and not her fingers, ses doigts. Okay? Elle claque des doigts. Une claque is a slap, as I said. D'accord? Oh, by the way, I was about to forget. Doigt is the word finger. We don't say the GT. Definitely not the S for the plural. So doigt. And in English, you got the word digit from doigt. Okay, digit. Doigt. D'accord? Ensuite, moving on. To whistle is siffler. D'accord? Whistle. I'm whistling. Je siffle. She's whistling. Elle siffle. Elle croise les doigts. She's crossing her fingers. Elle croise les doigts. Okay, croiser is the verb to cross. It's an ER verb. Elle croise les doigts. Okay, so doigt is pronounced like this. Doigt. D'accord? Ensuite, to spit is an ER verb. That's a pretty useful one, I think. Elle crache, she's spitting. Elle crache. C'est dégoûtant. It is. It's gross. C'est dégoûtant. Okay? And remember, in slang, the French use the slang word for dégoûtant a lot, which is dégueulasse. So again, even if you don't like slang, it's okay, but you need to know it if you want to be able to understand people. C'est dégueulasse. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's nasty. D'accord? Ensuite, the verb viser is to aim. Il vise la cible. He's aiming at the target. Il vise bien. He aims well. D'accord? Viser is to aim. Il vise la cible. We don't say the E, okay? Très bien. Ensuite, to carry is porter. Porter has a couple of meanings. Porter is to carry, of course. It's also the verb to wear. D'accord? To wear. D'accord? Elle porte un sac lourd. We don't say the D. It would be for the feminine. You'd add an E and you'd pronounce the D. Elle porte un sac lourd. She's carrying a heavy bag. C'est un cartable. Un cartable is a backpack. In England, you call it a satchel. It's a backpack. It's a satchel. C'est un cartable. D'accord? Très bien. You have to know that one. Oh, I have to give it to you. Okay. Lourd, if you look over in the dictionary, is going to tell you it's heavy. It was reused in slang in the sense of annoying. So if you have a little brother, a little sister, and you want to say, oh, you're so annoying, you say tu es lourd, t'es lourd, because the French will swallow that U. So it's tu es lourd or t'es lourd, you're annoying. If it's a girl, you would say tu es lourde, t'es lourde, you're annoying. D'accord? So that's the second meaning of the adjective lourd, besides heavy. Okay? On continue. Oh, to overtake or pass a car. This is so useful. Again, I don't know why it's not in every French book. Well, it's not. So here it is. La voiture bleue dépasse la voiture rouge. La voiture bleue dépasse la voiture rouge. The blue car, so car blue, is overtaking the red car, la voiture rouge. La voiture bleue dépasse la voiture rouge. And that's the verb dépasser. Okay? Dépasser. Le clignotant is the blinker. Turn on your blinker is mets ton clignotant. If you want to just memorize that one, why not? Mets ton clignotant. Mets ton clignotant. Turn on your blinker. It's really put on your blinker. D'accord? Ensuite, to put something away. Ranger is such a great word. We're going to see in the next slide the other meaning. It's got a couple of meanings. Here we're starting with to put something away. Okay? Ranger is to put something away. So in class, you know, your parents would say, for a kid, put your cell phone away. Range ton portable. I'm putting my books away. Je range mes livres. She's putting the cell phone away. Elle range le portable. Elle range le portable. Is she addicted? The word addicted is accro. Accro, okay? Elle est accro. Is she addicted to your cell phone? I am a little addicted to my cell phone. Je suis accro. D'accord? Très bien. So that's the first meaning of ranger. Now, the second meaning of ranger. It's a pretty broad term. Let me tell you a little bit about this. It's interesting because I think based on British English or American English, we've got different verbs. And I think the British English word is a little closer to what it is in French. In England, they talk about tidying up a place, if I'm not mistaken. I've never lived in England, so. But that's the kind of English I learned back home in France. And when I learned ranger, we were told it's to tidy up. I came to America, never heard that verb. But you say to clean up in America. But clean up really is in the sense of, it's got both meaning to organize and to clean, really. It's both together, so it's ranger. Elle range la maison. I would say the first meaning is really to organize. So you put the books away, really, you make the bed and everything. Okay, elle range la maison. She's cleaning up the house. It's really organize, clean up. D'accord, elle passe l'aspirateur, she's vacuuming. The verb to water, it's very simple in English. You have water and you have the verb to water. We don't have that in French, I'm sorry. Different verb, it has nothing to do with the noun eau. It's arroser, okay? Arroser, it's very useful though. Sometimes we use it to spray. Ne m'arrose pas, don't spray me, okay? Elle arrose les fleurs. She's watering the flowers. Elle arrose les fleurs. We don't say the S. Remember in terms of pronunciation, okay? Any two-letter word with an E is E, le, me, te, de, ne, as opposed to les, te, me, se, de, okay? Don't mess it up, otherwise people will not understand. Les, te, me, se, de, as opposed to le, me, te, de, ne. Okay? Un arrosoir is a watering can. Un arrosoir. D'accord? Ensuite, to forgive someone in French is to forgive to someone. D'accord? We forgive to someone in French. So, elle pardonne à Isabelle. She's forgiving, she forgives Isabel. And in French, it's she forgives to Isabel. You have to keep that in mind. You have to have that to in French for that verb. Usually, when you have a to after a verb in English, you do have one in French and vice versa. Not always. I would say about 20% of the time, it's not the case. Like to listen to is to listen someone or something in French. You ask to someone in French. Demander à quelqu'un. See, we have those verbs, you know, they're a little different. Elle pleure, that's an ER verb. Elle pleure, she's crying. Elle pleure. Okay? And again, everybody gets mixed up between it's raining and he's crying. Il pleut, it's raining. Il pleure, he's crying. Il pleut, il pleure. Okay, you said that one. Il pleut, il pleure. Ok, on continue. Let's go on. Il lance des pierres. The verb lancer is the verb to throw. Throw rocks, des pierres. Il lance des pierres. You could argue that rocks would be des cailloux, pierres, stones. Okay. Il lance des pierres. Il vise bien. Ok, il vise bien. The verb viser, we went over that one a while ago. Just a moment ago, actually. Il lance des pierres. They're throwing rocks. Oh, this one is useful. He pulls up the window. He puts up the window. Il remonte la fenêtre. And again, we say la fenêtre. We would drop the E here. This here in second position. Remember the second sound of a word. That's an E without an accent. We would skip it when we speak fast. Il remonte la fenêtre. Even that one. Il remonte la fenêtre. If I said fast. Slowly. Il remonte la fenêtre. But the French will repronounce il remonte la fenêtre. Like this. This is what we would say. Il remonte la fenêtre phonetically, huh? D'accord? He pulls up the window. He puts up the window. To pull down the window is baisser. To lower, really, originally. Baisser la fenêtre. Baisser. Il baisse la fenêtre. He's pulling down the window. Okay? Il appuie sur le bouton. He's pushing the button, or he pushes the button. Il baisse la fenêtre. D'accord? Please don't get mixed up with the verb baiser. Very different. And so many people make the mistake. Baiser is the verb, let's say, to screw, okay? So make sure you pronounce the double S with an S sound, solid S sound. Baisser, not baiser. Very different. Okay? Let's move on. She's burning a CD. Wow, this is so useful. Well, it used to be useful, not so useful anymore, really, because they're disappearing. But to burn a CD is to engrave a CD in French. It's graver. Graver un CD. D'accord? To burn a CD. D'accord? Graver un CD. Elle grave un CD, she's burning a CD. Je grave un CD, or je grave un CD, I'm burning a CD. Un CD vierge is a blank CD. We call it a virgin CD. Okay? C'est un CD vierge. A blank CD. C'est un CD vierge. Ok? Très bien. Ensuite, le verbe brûler, the verb brûler, to burn, ok, brûler. La pizza brûle, the pizza is burning. Reminds me of that song by the Rolling Stones. I'll never be your beast of burden, and people always thought it was the pizza's burning. Your pizza's burning. Okay. La pizza brûle, the pizza is burning. Elle est dans le four, it's in the oven. Elle est dans le four. Yeah, if I say it fast, I'm going to pronounce the le as an L apostrophe. Elle est dans le four. Okay, don't expect people to say elle est dans le four. They will not say it. They will say elle est dans le four. D'accord? Dans le four. What else? C'est feu rouge. The light is red. We say it's red light. The light is red. C'est feu rouge. D'accord? Il brûle le feu. He's running the light. We say he's burning the light in French. D'accord? He's running the light. Il brûle le feu. That's good to know as well. A stop sign, if you want to know. A stop sign is un panneau stop. A light is un feu. All your books will tell you it's un feu de signalisation, but who talks about a traffic light? You talk about the light, okay? So I think you talk about the traffic light more in English than we talk about un feu de signalisation in French. We never say the whole thing. Way too long. Completely unnecessary. When you see a light, you know it's a light. It's not a light like in your living room. Okay, so un feu de signalisation, un feu is a light. D'accord? On continue. Oh, the verb bailler, it's so useful. I love this verb. Bailler, there you go. Bailler. One of the verbs that I was so happy when I came to America to finally learn. I think someone yawned here. Oh, he's yawning. Oh, what is it again? Yawn? Okay. Bailler. You can put it that way. Bailler, il baille, elle baille. It's like the English word buy. Buy. Baille. Just with a French accent. Baille. Elle baille. D'accord? Elle baille. Her mouth is open. Elle a la bouche ouverte. She has the mouth open. Elle a la bouche ouverte. I'm pronouncing the T because bouche is feminine, so I'm adding an E. Okay, if you see a store in Paris, it will say ouvert. That means open. Ouverte. Ouvert. And then the window will be ouverte. A door will be ouverte with a T because I'm adding an E because fenêtre and door are feminine words. D'accord? Ensuite, to walk a dog or someone, why not? But to walk a dog is promener. Remember, se promener, well, you haven't done that yet. If you have, you know that's to go for a walk. If not, it's okay. We'll go over that later. But je promène le chien, I'm walking the dog. C'est un berger allemand. It's very interesting, I think, how sometimes you have really random words. They're exactly the same translation at least in French and English. Like a German shepherd. A shepherd is un berger. Allemand is German, so it's a German shepherd. Un berger allemand. Okay, berger, et, ER is et. Allemand, we don't say the D, right? Because it's masculine. Un berger. C'est un berger allemand. Je promène le chien. Ensuite, we're recording the Lakers. On enregistre les Lakers. That's going to be a challenging verb to say. Very useful, but I know everybody hates to say it because there are a bunch of R's in it. Well, at least two, but it's too many, I think. Enregistrer. Enregistrer, to record or to tape something. D'accord? Il enregistre le match. He's recording the game. Remember, le match is the word for the game. Le jeu is just a game. Hopscotch, like a board game would be un jeu. Un jeu de société, by the way, board game. So if it's a game like a soccer game, football game, baseball game, it would be un match. A tennis match would be un match. D'accord? So on enregistre les Lakers. We're recording the Lakers. Is it on ESPN? C'est sur ESPN. D'accord? Ça pue. It stinks. Yeah, that's the verb péter. It's got an accent. Péter. So that's je pète. It's like préféré. If you've ever taken French before at school, you might have learned of the boot verbs. Okay, this is the infinitive of the verb to fart, if you have to know, péter, and it follows the same pattern of those boot verbs. Boot verbs are verbs that have a certain pattern in terms of accents. That would be for the singular, you have that accent, eh, for all the singular and the third person plural. So je pète, tu pètes, il pète, nous pétons, vous pétez, il pète. Usually that's not the verb fart that you will see in books. You will see the verb préféré. But maybe this will help you remember the pattern. Maybe not. Ça pue, it stinks. Okay. Ensuite, yeah, okay. You have to, well, you can't have one without the other. So roter is to burp, and it's, you know, it'll come in handy, I'm sure. If you go live in France, at least. If you don't, then no. But anyway, that's to burp. Il rote, he's burping or he burps. Quelle bonne manière means what great manners. Quelle bonne manière. Quelle bonne manière. Moving on. Oh, let's see if you can do that. He's downloading some music. You can take a moment, you can pause the video for those and try to give me an answer. He's downloading some music. The translation would be il télécharge. D'accord? Il télécharge la musique. Il télécharge la musique. Ensuite, I'm watching a movie. Je regarde un film. D'accord? Je regarde un film. I'm watching a movie. Oh, je regarde un film. They're looking for the exit. To look for, remember what it is? Vous vous souvenez? To look for. Chercher. Il cherche la sortie. Remember, we don't say the ENT for the plural, third person plural. So, il cherche la sortie. Il cherche la sortie. If I say it fast, I'll swallow the L. Il cherche la sortie. D'accord? We're calling a friend. Nous téléphonons à un ami. Remember, nous is super formal. We would not really use it. So, in spoken French, we say on téléphone. Okay? On téléphone à un ami. D'accord? You study too much. Remember, all your books are going to give you the verb étudier, which no one uses really. Almost not. The French will really use the verb travailler, which originally you probably learned is to work, but that's what we use for to study, okay? And also remember, not only that, but tu travailles trop, you study too much. It's also for you work too much, both. And the French love to use the colloquial word bosser, verb bosser. Okay, tu bosses trop. Colloquial, but very much used. You should know that one. You'll hear it all the time. Tu bosses trop, tu travailles trop. D'accord? Ensuite, to record, remember, enregistrer. Il enregistre un film. Il enregistre. Il enregistre un film. D'accord? He's recording, he's taping a movie. D'accord? Et enfin, we're signing a contract. Nous signons un contrat. If I say it faster, nous signons un contrat. Again, super formal, but just so that you can get used to, you know, in case you have to use the new form. Again, in writing, it's great. That's what you want to use in writing, not when you speak, though. On signe un contrat. On signe un contrat informal. On signe un contrat. And that's it. I hope I'll see you soon for more. À bientôt. To sign up for a class at Language City Academy, just go to languagecityacademy.com and then click on the class of your choice. Choose a level on the left tab to see what will be covered during the semester. And you can sign up on the form below. You can choose whether to attend the live webinars or just get the recorded webinars. In both cases, you will have access to bonus lessons, written and oral comprehension exercises, with answers and explanations from your teacher, with the ability to share your thoughts with your classmates and your teacher. So don't waste another minute. Join us at Language City Academy today and see what it's like to speak like a native. See you soon!